In our continuing coverage, Oklahoma could get a Panasonic electric vehicle battery factory after all. Fox 23 weekend anchor Rick Marinon breaks down Governor Kevin Stitt's announcement that the company that originally passed over Oklahoma for Kansas is now ready to build a second factory.
While some people like to joke that second place is just the first loser, in one case it seems second place just meant Oklahoma was going to have to wait a bit before it got its own Panasonic battery factory.
These guys were always there kind of talking to us saying, hey, we're still planning on a second site.
Friday, Governor Kevin Stitt announced what is known as codename Project Josie's board of directors signed on to build a 5 million square foot electric vehicle battery factory at the Mid-America Industrial Park in Pryor. It would be a sister factory to what the state of Kansas won last year.
I don't want us to think like, man, they told us no, or they left us at the altar or anything like that.
Because the governor and his team signed non-disclosure agreements, no one is actually allowed to say right now the word Panasonic. But what we found out last year when we were competing with Kansas for that first factory is everyone who needed to talk about Panasonic called it Project Ocean, referring to the company. What we found out last week is that everyone has been talking about Project Josie now, and so when clarification was asked, what does Project Josie mean, the governor said it's the same people as Project Ocean, so it's easy to see how Project Josie turns into Panasonic. Stitt says Panasonic will get the same incentives it was offered last year when Oklahoma was competing with Kansas, but it will be up to the state legislature to fund an additional $245 million in what are called site preps. The massive building will need new roads, more utilities, and even a new fire station, and possibly more than one daycare center for what will be its 3,500 employees.
These guys want to come. They have committed to coming. They have run it through their board. They have signed this agreement. And yeah, now we're talking about development agreements, timing now.
Stitt says Panasonic executives want a second plant because they believe demand for the electric vehicle batteries will be more than one plant they've already committed to in Kansas can handle. And the company believes it may need 4 EV battery factories in America over the next decade.
These type of investments don't come around all the time. We need to take advantage of this for the state of Oklahoma.
The governor says there is plenty of money in the rainy day fund, and he believes the legislature should allow the $250 million in site improvements because the money and more are projected to come back to the state once everything is up and running. Covering news that matters, Rick Marinon, Fox 23 News.